AMVETS, it stands for an abbreviation of American Veterans, but the official name now is AMVETS. But it started off as an organization formed by World War II vets. When they came back, a lot of them were not real enamored with the VFW and the American Legion, which were the ones that were existing at that time. So they started their own organization. It's pretty typical for guys coming back from one war to kind of want to go with each other. And then when the Korean War broke out, they decided to add those guys to it. So it became the American Veterans of World War II and Korea. And then they added Vietnam vets to it, and it became the American Veterans of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. And then they said, ah, the heck with that, just call it AMVETS. On a national level, they do have a foundation and do provide funds for different organizations like Wounded Warrior or one of those those types of groups. At the local level, though, where most of our activity happens at the local level. Here in Oshkosh, we provide assistance to veterans in need. And we also, every year, we do donations and so on. So we've made donations to everything from the city of Oshkosh to Christian Ant Center, and we used to support the cerebral palsy organization here. Excellent. There's three functions that were our goals that our bylaws lay out. One is to help veterans in need. One is community involvement. And the other is camaraderie between veterans. Our meetings we usually have on the second Tuesday every month over at the Marine Corps League clubhouse, and we always have a luncheon beforehand, and then we have the meeting right after that, just to get the guys over there, encourage them to come to the meetings and meet with the other guys in there. In July, we're pretty much involved with sawdust days and selling hamburgers and beer and stuff there. We also have a meeting, and we have just a social thing, and we, just to get the guys together, the families together. We're very much family oriented, although most of our people are older, so that their kids are not that, getting involved that much. But very cool. AMVETS just is another organization that fills a need. And the first thing you should do is define your need. What do you want out of that organization? The VFW, American Legion, they're all great organizations, and I would never discourage anybody from joining any of those. AMVETS does have the most open membership qualifications. If you're a veteran of any time, you don't have to be active. We do include the National Guard, reserves. A lot of the other organizations, you have to have served, an active duty in certain, like I think American Legion has 6 months that you have to serve as. But we don't. If you have, you put on the green suit or the blue suit, and you got your honorable discharge, you're eligible for AMVETS. So come on out to our meetings on the second Tuesday of every month. It's at the Marine Corps League, which is on County A, Bowen Street and Sherman Road. Meetings start at 7, but if you want to come early, there's a lunch at 6, and you have a chance to sit down and meet some of the guys. Ladies Auxiliary as well, and they're very supportive of all of the efforts of AMVETS.
Oshkosh Today is supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard.